The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, Willis. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw again on second down, Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Commanders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Burrow's throw taken in by Evans here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Burrow on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
11 empty.
On 2nd and a couple. Burrow. A dump off to Elliott. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 1 now.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ezekiel Elliott With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Commanders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake, here's Willis. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now here's the option play going left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Second down and goal. Willis eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Renfro. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Inside give to Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. Rolling to his right. They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Burrow sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs, 26 yards. And Washington able to strike for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Check 11 MT, tight. 11 MT.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line. Now it's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
11.
On On second down, Elliott. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Flush to his right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Willis on third down. Flushed out right. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Last play of the half. Here's Willis. He'll buy some time right. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Burrow looking to pass. Rolling to his right. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to strike for 6. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Steps away to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
4th down, Willis. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Right back to the air again with Willis. Completes it to Aguilar. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. Flush to his right. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. Forced out to his left. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They go play action with Burrow. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. The offense on third down tonight. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to strike for 6. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Wide open receiver complete. And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. That ball caught by Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Willis to throw once more. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Willis. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Willis now off play action.
On the move to his left.
And that will be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is good.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess